Well, the dumbass can't stay out of trouble. He busted a red light. Now, who's the last officer in auto dealers you'd want to bust a red light in front of? Would that be Officer Fung? That's what he did. So we're revoking his tow license based on the complaint that we got from one of y'all. But here's the problem that went on with it. The tow and go segment subcontractor arrives on the scene, and on the body cam, what do I see? Gets out of his record and says, I want auto dealers and I want a sergeant here right now. Now, it was Saturday afternoon. Do you really think we're coming out for that? Do we really need to come out for that? No, and we're not going to. But that tow and go subcontractor kept that officer on the freeway 45 minutes after the cars had been towed. So what we ask you to do, instead of acting like an ass up there, take pictures of the offending record and give it to us, and the same thing will happen. We suspend people all the time for getting up on the freeway, but you guys cannot get in the officer's face and tell him how to do his job. What does that officer want? To get off the freeway, just like you do. He doesn't want to sit up there and argue. So if a guy comes up and says, hey, I'm not tow and go, is that okay? What's he gonna say? Go ahead and hook it up. But if we get the complaint, we watch his body cam, and we see that he was up there before being called for it, he's gonna get some days off. And we're making an example out of this guy. Everyone knows who he is, I'm sure it's gotten around by now. And if they continue to do it, and a 5-day suspension doesn't work over and over again, he's gonna be sitting in front of the automotive board with a revocation. So we do take those complaints very seriously from you, but don't get in the officer's face on the scene who just wants to get off the freeway. But take the pictures, report them to us, give us all the information, and we'll take action for it. And another thing that came up earlier is tow and go, as of right now, is between your companies and the city of Houston. If you go up to a scene with DPS who might happen to be working a stall or an accident on your segment, don't go up to him and say, hey, this is my tow and go segment. What's that DPS trooper gonna say?
You'll laugh at
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Precinct 5, what's he gonna say? I don't give a shit. One of your coworkers went to jail on it. All right?
He learned that day, didn't he?
Where it gets out fast. He got into it with the wrong guy. And the automotive board gave him his license back. He's still out there driving. But do you really want to go through that? So if it's not HDD, they don't give a shit about towing. So don't go tell them this is my segment. They don't know what segments are. They might say, hey, if you want to tow this guy for free, go ahead. But if you get some DPS trooper who just got transferred here from Waxahachie, doesn't know anything about the program, he's going to say, I don't know what the fuck Safe Clear is. So don't go up to him on that. It's between HDD.
All right.
What does get me on that is the same Harris County Sheriff's Department, the same constable that went yesterday in the HOV lane, called for a safe clear record. Instead of being then if there's usually an accident, well, this is a Harris County scene. Well, okay, well, if it's a Harris County scene on one, is it a Harris County scene on everything?
He's
No,
learning.
because Harris County MAP and Harris County runs IMU, MAP authorizes tow and go tows all the time.
Yep.
So if it's your segment and they say, go ahead and do it, you still call IMU. But if the same constable who doesn't know any better says hook it up to tow it for whatever the full price tow rate is for the county, you do that too. You do what the officer tells you to.
Yeah.
But it's still, if it's your segment and it's a free tow, if it's eligible for free tow, give them a free tow.
So the Harris County MAP units can authorize a tow?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the map guys that respond. Yeah, Harris County map. Right. Metro map are not police officers.
They're not, just like our MRTs, they're not law enforcement, they're not supposed to be. If you put in there that an MRT authorized your tow, we're kicking it back and you're losing that one. An officer officer gets out to a scene where, so it's not part of the program, but a program wrecker shows up, takes the vehicle off the freeway so the officer can do his investigation. Well, the vehicle wasn't stolen. It was, the driver just didn't report it to the police that he'd recovered it. So what did the driver say? I'll just get reimbursement from the program anyway. That's not how it works. You just gotta eat that one.
Right.
Officers, we are constantly trying to train them, and now, who would guess what do you think the longest general order for HPD is? Any guesses?
Say again?
The longest general order at 21 pages is disposition of property. Number 2 is towing at 20 pages. There's a lot of crap for these officers to know, and you think it's relatively simple, but you have a lot of things happening at once. We try to train them. We try to tell them you can't force someone to drag a car off the freeway and they don't get paid. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, we try to address it. So if that happens and an officer is telling you, no, you need to take this off for free, everyone has the number for auto dealers 24 hours a day. And if an officer answers the phone at 3 in the morning, we'll say, look, just give me the officer's number. I'll call him and say, you can't do that.
Otherwise, clear the highway, just.
Yeah, so.
Sergeant Griffin also teaches a class at the academy for new officers about towing. So he actually teaches a class to try to help them learn some things about towing. Doesn't that class cover